Welcome to Roguecast. I'm Sheen, and today we'll be taking a look at the SF600 power supply from Corsair. I love small form factor builds, and SFF space is always a premium, and it rarely makes sense to throw a comparatively gigantic ATX power supply into a tiny case. And that's why the SF600 being an SFX power supply is a great choice for those smaller builds, where I would always recommend using the SFX form factor whenever possible. This 80 plus gold rated unit supplies 600 watts of power, so assuming your power needs can be met with that, plus a little buffer of course, then you're good to go with this one. This fan is fairly quiet. In fact, it won't turn on until at least 120 watts or so of load, at which point it ramps up gently. And of course, at the max end of the power draw, it does get a little audible. This one is fully modular, so you only have to plug in the cables that you need. And speaking of cables, another reason SFX units are ideal is that the stock cable lengths make a lot more sense than those supplied with an ATX unit, so you have less excess cable to wrangle. A couple things to note: the max number of PCIe cables with this unit is 2 8-pin cables, so if you need more than that, you definitely want to size up to a bigger PSU. You'll also get a SATA and a peripheral cable, so if you need that, it's ready to go out of the box. Now, this is a great unit featuring 105°C Japanese capacitors, and electrically, it's excellent. It's not a bad looking unit either. I've used these in a lot of builds, and they never disappoint. The one thing I will note is that if your case is spec'd for ATX and you are planning on running an SFX unit for whatever reason, it doesn't come with an adapter plate, so that is something you would want to source separately. Please check out other user reviews right here on Roguecast, and happy building.